If you were in the sound of my voice, if you have a breath in your lungs and a beat in your heart, I need you to understand that if you could just keep going for one more day, just one. Don't worry about 5 years from now, because that's going to look different. Don't worry about Saturday or 3 days from now. If you could just get through this one moment, one more time, one more day, you're going to see something small. I can't tell you what it is. I can't even guarantee when you're going to see it. But it's going to give you some type of reassurance that, like, you being here matters.
I be feeling like the man when I walk through. I ain't stunning what you saying when I walk through. I got all these hoes staring when I walk through.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of The Walkthrough.
Yes, sir. Welcome back.
So, look, I'm going to say this. You know, if y'all haven't seen any episode, I'm happy y'all joined on for this episode because, you know, this is probably our most important episode we probably will ever do.
Oh, man.
I agree.
Like, you know, it's Mental Health Month. Mental Health Awareness Month. And, you know, we got a special guest that, you know, he's a
mental health advocate. Mental health advocate.
We got Todd with us today.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, Tim know you. I don't really know you, bro. So let's tell people about yourself.
Oh man, well first off, thank y'all for having me, Tim. My
boy, come on, hey, show
this
go back some years, man.
Some
years,
boy, what?
Bro.
But my name is Todd. I am I'm a lot of things, man. I'm a mental health advocate. I'm a professional speaker. I'm a mentor. I'm a life coach. I'm a musician. I'm an artist. I'm a poet. I'm an author. I'm an investor. Shit.
Talk your shit.
Yeah, bro. Like you got to, bro. And shit. What else? Damn, I'm missing some shit because I do a lot of shit. I have my own business.
You're a public figure, man.
Hey, bro. Like that's just it, bro. Like
my name ring bells, bro.
Shit, I don't be knowing that shit. That's it. But that's why.
Ring bells,
bro. But that's why, like, being in spaces like this and y'all see how I started saying everything that I do is because, like, I understand the importance of your name being your title, being your brand. So anybody like I have my podcast, Todd Talk. So I'm definitely y'all gonna see them on that too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, but that's my brand. That's my speaking brand. That's it. Todd Talks on everything I own at this point. Like it has to be.
Right.
Because that's my name. And what I do is talk. Todd Talk. So fuck it. TED Talks. If you try to sue me, you're gonna lose.
You're the originator, man. We respect both.
I'm the originator. I'm the architect. It's my shit. Nah. But
I built this brick by brick. I'll be damn fucking turn down.
It's because I like the way another nigga talk. Hey, that was I got some shit coming from the Snowfall series too. Yeah, bro. Bro, Snowfall. That's crazy, but nah, bro. What else? I am 29 years old. I will be 30 in September. Go ahead and say it. Damn.
We up there, but we ain't up there quite yet. You know what I'm saying?
Look, everybody like you don't look it. I know because black don't crack.
There
you go. You gotta take care of yourself. But nah, man. I mean, amongst other things, bro, I'm just a simple human being, a black man on this earth, trying to make a difference. Trying to spark the brains, just like my brains was sparked at one point.
Right.
But yeah, bro, like that in a shell. That's you know who I am because of what I do. But shit, who I am outside of that, I'm a suicide attempt survivor. I have been diagnosed with major depressive disorder. I deal with generalized anxiety disorder. Like those are the things that help me operate. Being honest with those things, bro. That's why I am what I am. That's like why I do what I do. And that's why I'm not just one thing. As I'll just say, just as people, before I go into gender roles, because I really don't give a fuck about gender roles. But I can cuss on here, right? I've seen y'all episodes. I'm just making sure because even with my speech, like when I speak to the kids, I don't cuss. I keep it PG-13 at most, even though these kids.
Nah, when I edit it, YouTube be like suitable for kids. I be like, no.
I learned that the hard way. One of my first YouTube joints, I was like, man, we was going crazy.
YouTube flags, right? YouTube say, oh.
So wait a minute, Bucko.
You took it off?
Yeah.
Damn.
I just say Coco Melon, sweetheart.
Yeah, bro. This ain't Gracie's Corner. Shout out to them though, bro. Gracie's is crazy. My niece go crazy. We have a birthday party this week. Oh, Gracie's is good. So like the fact that we have a black creator that's doing that for our kids. Then outside of that, 'cause I'm a music artist. the beats and the production on
They be-
it is crazy.
They be on there snapping. 808s.
She said, "Go
808s, man.
help me count to 50. Help me count." I was like, bro, this is a twerk song. Like,
They really do.
this is
Hey, Kids Bop uplift.
urban
Kids Bop.
Urban Kid Bop, bro. Because I remember when they came out with Kids Bop when we was younger, bro. That shit was ass.
Nah,
That shit was a 2-pack. But nah, bro. That's who I am. I mean, and yeah. Also, I left out one of my biggest titles. I am J Todd MSCD. So I have my master's in
Let's
science.
go.
You hear that?
Educated, right? Because education matters, bro.
Dude.
But the reason why a lot of times I don't even lead with that title unless I'm doing some professional shit is because I don't care about the piece of paper. I care about the person behind the piece of paper.
Right.
And I don't ever want people to just look at me as the title. That's why I don't ever tell people to be just one thing. If you got a podcast but you want to get into business, do that shit. You want to get into music and design, whatever, get into that shit. Any dreams you going for, get into that shit. Do it now. Like, don't wait. Like, I didn't really start taking my dreams seriously until like the tail end of college for myself.
Right.
And if I would have, I'm not gonna say if I would have had more people to believe in me because that don't matter.
Yeah.
Like, when you get started, you get started. People gonna be there or they not gonna be there. That's just it. Are you ready to do this shit?
Mm-hmm.
But if I would have realized that I could have just done it a long time ago, oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
So that's kind of how I be, bro. I'm like, I feel like, you know, sometimes I do stuff or you know, I'm not getting getting that skin something from somebody else. Like, oh, you doing good? You know, I might stop doing something, but deep down, you know, I want to keep going just because I'm not getting it from somebody else.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
like, you know, that discourage me or something and keep me down or keep me from, like, for the podcast, for example, we might not be getting the views we want, but, you know, sometimes I don't want to be like, oh, shit, I'm about to quit because, you know, we only getting this amount of views. You
It's
know
like you don't know who's out there listening or watching, so it's like it's that one person. We always get at least 10 views. So straight up though.
That's
we
what it's
always get
about.
at least 10 views.
That's
So
what
at
it's
least
about, bro.
we know at least 10 people are constantly watching our content and they taking something from it.
And them 10 people can share it on their shit, and then they'll have 10 people watch their shit, and so on and so forth, bro. And I tell you that because I've had my podcast for a while. My podcast does not move for real. Partially because I do so fucking much, so I can't take it as seriously as y'all are. Which is why I have to learn how to keep investing into a team and different products. But that's a whole other story. But my biggest thing when I speak, when I don't want to go to these speaking engagements and everything else that I do, as long as you reach one.
Right.
That's all that
As
matters.
long as you reach one, bro.
You know you're doing something with value at the end of the day.
Bro, facts. You seen one of my first workshops.
Hey, we gonna hit on that, bro. We definitely gonna hit on that.
He
man.
seen one of my
We
first
definitely gonna hit on
workshops.
that.
And bro, as confident and as poised and charismatic as I am, bro, they didn't really know it. I was nervous as shit. Like, yeah, bro, because I was like when I was in that hotel or Airbnb? We was in a hotel.
We was in a hotel, yeah.
Bro, I was like, that whole night I didn't sleep because I was like, damn, am I gonna say the right thing? Am I gonna do the right thing? And you have to just kind of trust what God put in here and what God put up here.
And that was full circle, bro. I don't want to jump ahead, but
bro.
I say that to say you made that first presentation. I saw you recently got presented back as a whole. Yo, they reached out to you. They said,
Bro,
we need you to do your own workshop,
bro. I just came from my first college tour, bro. I just had a tour. Yeah, bro. That's why I've just been going because the business is growing.
Yeah.
Whether you with it, whether you not, this train is fucking moving, and it's not gonna stop for nothing and nobody. It can't stop for myself.
No.
What made you like get into becoming a motivational speaker?
Oh man, shit, that's great. A lot of people don't ask that. Shit, a lot of my motivation came from Tupac Amaru Shakur.
Dang.
Because so we talk about myself, learn about me, bro. I've been on my own since the age of 10.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have a biological mother, father, presence, none of that shit. They gave up years ago. Now I do have a mom. Her name is Judy. I do have my granny who was Etta. Y'all hear me talk about them all the fucking time. They helped save my life. Like they took me in at a certain point in my life. They gave me like guidance and structure. And I got a slew of aunties, uncles, friends, family members. Oh my God, you good?
We ain't shooting, bro. We ain't shooting.
I'm just glad that
We ain't shooting.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say go ahead and hit that bag for me real quick. We're good. We're good here.
None of that.
But nah, bro, like that's just it. Tupac was like the first and only, honestly, one of the only things to this day that like kept me sane during that time. Fuck the music. Like the music was already banging. I love music because my biological grandmother, may she rest in peace, she was like an artist, but she would sing all the time. But then I started getting into different music.
Right.
The first rapper I ever heard was Pac. But then I'm like, damn, this shit sounds like familiar as hell. So then when I started reading books and looking up videos and started seeing interviews, I'm like, damn, why do I identify with this nigga so much?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro died 3 years after I was born. That's crazy. Which some niggas don't think he dead or not.
Hey, I don't know. I done see some sightings.
I don't either.
They
Hey,
say he might be in Cuba.
Pac, if you out there, he might be out there with Asada for real. Asada went out there. She took the millions and got out of here. Which Asada Shakur, that was his aunt.
Okay.
She was one of the Panthers that back at the time they was really trying to convict. Like they was trying to convict Tupac's mom, like and like 12 others with like a conspiracy to kill a bunch of federal agents and shit. Granted, they got off, but Asada them, they was really on that. They was really on some. So she took the money. Along with a few other people whose names that I don't even fucking know. They probably changed their names. They went to Cuba, man. Cuba, you know, they got what's called extradition out there.
Right.
So you could.
U.S. can't touch you.
You can't do shit. Yeah, U.S. can't do it. Goddamn, unless you do something wrong in Cuba, they don't really give a fuck. That's because U.S. is the only country on the planet that is this strict and this militarized, and this policed, and this. So, but yeah, bro, like you know, when I first understood what sadness and depression was. That was the only person I could understand because he was talking about it. Right. He was saying this shit fearlessly, like fuck all the thug shit. Like niggas didn't understand that thug life was an acronym for a whole other organization.
It was an acronym. You know what the acronym was?
The hate you give. The hate you give. Shit. The hate you give. Damn.
That's good enough.
Yeah, I'm getting stuck. I'm getting stuck on. I know all this shit by heart because I just studied it because I had to understand what it was. Leaves. No, yeah. The hate you give leaves infants fucked eternally or something like that. Yeah. It's fucked, right? The niggas thought thug life was just, you trying to be a gangster. I mean, like, we have to be.
Hey, since we on Tupac, bro, you wanna know what blows my mind the most about Tupac, bro? How wise he was so young.
Bro, niggas don't realize, bro, Tupac was young. He's like our age.
He was
younger, yeah.
25, bro.
That's crazy.
25, bro.
And think about it, niggas killed him because of his impact that he was having.
Bro,
he didn't make his full
imagine
impact,
if he never died, bro.
The shit wouldn't be how it is right now.
He probably would have been a president or something.
But imagine Martin Luther King never died, man.
Same with Malcolm X. Same with John F. Kennedy. Same with a lot of motherfuckers that was changing. That's why, like even with me, like I know for a fact, I'm not gonna die by no accident. I'm not gonna die because I'm sick. I talk too much.
America hate that, bro.
Yeah, and I'm not speaking it over me because you know the power of the tongue is infinite. But I'm accepting the fate of like if one day I'm speaking in front of millions, or I done got a record that done hit, or I done got a movie that done went crazy, or I done got a TED Talk, Todd Talk, whatever that done went stupid. I'm not gonna be surprised when I hear a knock at my door on some, hey, open up. Alright, y'all gonna have to earn it though.
On some Alton shit.
Y'all gonna have to earn it. hey, man, fuck Alton, bro. Fuck Alton. We gonna have a snowfall, man. Fuck Alton. Fuck Alton and fuck Sissy.
Why you snitch, bro?
Nah, facts.
Fuck Alton and fuck Sissy.
We got we was on Snowfall on the last episode too.
Right.
And that nigga, he said, I shot him twice in the fucking head.
Right. She said, what? Fucked up his money, man. I said,
10 seconds, bro. That just shows you people egos, bro.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
That just shows you people egos. But yeah, bro, like Pac was the only thing I had at one point that like was my voice of reason. I didn't really understand God for real, like because I just didn't. I grew up a Crip. I grew up in abuse. I grew up in alcohol and drugs shit and all this other shit that I just did not fucking understand. And I saw this person that was this light, bro, that I'm seeing like when I used to like bring up Tupac, rap Tupac around like the OGs I was around, it's like, how the fuck you know all that? And I'm like, bro, how are y'all getting this happy about a nigga that's not here?
Right.
I didn't understand.
You resonated with the words, like, bro, I actually see what he was spitting.
Yeah. And then when I got to the poet side, I'm like, bro, because everybody look at Pac as the thug side, bro. I love Pac for the activist, for the speaker, for the poet, for the actor, for the thespian that he was. You know, like most niggas didn't even understand what Shakespeare. Most niggas to this day don't even know what Shakespeare is.
Shit, I know.
And that's okay, but like
except Romeo and Juliet, you know what I'm saying? What's the remix? What's the Romeo Must Die? I think what was her name? Yeah, that's my shit. Romeo Must Die, man. That was my movie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They had DMX in that bitch.
I'm fucking dead. But that's just what it is, bro. Like I see people like him, and it stuck. And I was like, you know what? That's the closest thing I think I'll ever have to like a father figure that can figure who the fuck I am.
That's real, bro.
And like, and since I'm talking about it, this tattoo. I just got this Saturday. That's his handwriting.
What would you do to survive?
Yeah.
What would you do to survive?
That's the signature. That's his.
I said you posted that.
I was posting about it the other day.
Yeah.
And so whenever y'all see this, might put the post out about this new tattoo. It's a lot of meaning behind it, but it's like, was it this month makes 4 years since I like had like my biggest attempt on my life, because talking about like dealing with suicide and shit. I was depressed as fuck. I was drinking like a motherfucker. Relationship was failing. Grades was okay, but I just didn't see why the fuck I was in grad school.
Yeah.
I didn't know what my career was gonna be like. I wanted to chase all this other shit. I had family shit going on, and from one of the poems that dude said or whatever, like I just heard that in my head. Like I just heard it in my head, and then when I went to the museum last year, because he had like a very limited exhibit with all his shit. They had like all his journals just out in LA. When I was in LA, so I was in LA for like I think like 3 months. Me and Danny was out there. My homie Danny Hagen. But we was out there, and I saw that. I was like, bro, I know every poem on this wall. I know everything on it. And he was like,
it was surreal.
Yeah, bro. It was like me talking.
I've been singing in my head.
I've been hearing this shit. I know this shit. And I saw that one quote, and I was like, that's his writing. And like, cause all of these are like pages out of his book, framed, put in the vault to never be touched. I was like, yeah, I'm getting that. So whenever I look at, I got it this year to commemorate, like my journey through surviving my attempt, my suicide attempt. But also like, it was like a staple, like, okay, well, this is the last year in my 20s. My 30s is about to be crazy. Like my 30s are about to, if you're not paying attention right now, and you ain't paid attention to my 20s, that's cool. Stay tuned in my 30s. I'm fucking y'all
Big
up.
shit in store.
I'm fucking y'all up, bro. You gotta be, bro. Like, and that's just what it was. So I got it to commemorate that. I got it for a whole lot of things, but it was just like, yeah, bro. Shit. That was like my biggest inspiration to become a speaker, because then also some members of my family was part of the Panther Party growing up. And a lot of them kind of just died out with the movement. So then you had me with all this revolutionary activist, artist blood in my veins, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do shit with this. I'm seeing people in my family deal with depression, schizophrenia, drug addiction, alcoholism, abuse. I'm not about to sit up here and be quiet about this shit.
And that's what one of the questions I have for you. Why do you think that, especially within the black family, why do you think that like when somebody do go through all that stuff within the family, why don't people talk about, like, why do they just sweep all that shit under the rug,
that
bro?
Shit taboo. They be like, man, you alright, bro. You just have a bad day.
No, it's about
pray about it.
On me, just go pray.
Yeah, it's about like black. I hate to keep saying black families, but that shit real, bro. Like black families, we will go through all that trauma, and just sweep that shit under the rug. It could be about anything, and we just sweep under the rug and act like it never happened. You know what I'm saying? And just live our life normal. No, but deep down, people really be messed up.
Really going through that shit,
bro. A lot of us are the survivors of our own parents' trauma. Like when you start to look at all the shit that you deal with as a grown ass person, it's not about finding a blame. You just want to see where the fuck this shit comes from.
It's like, I'm not feeling this way just for no reason. I ain't wake up on some sad shit.
It's the reason why you built a habit of drinking. Like, and it's not just because as a kid, I want to drink. I just want to drink. No, you saw a grown ass person.
12 years old talking about whiskey.
They got the Hennessy. Like, nah, bro. But the reason why our culture does it is because, well, number one, we was already like predisposed to trauma and shit from the moment we got to this motherfucker, and naturally we had to just keep on going every fucking moment that we had. So it didn't matter. Like, if you just saw, like, for instance, back in slavery, they had a thing called buck breaking, where they would take the biggest nigga from the tribe, beat his ass, rape him,
demasculate
that man in front of everybody.
They said boy Kanye got buck.
He buck broken. Hell yeah, he did.
The way Adidas did his ass, I heard when they tried about them Jews.
They tried to, but guess what Adidas just did?
Trying to give him the money back.
They're trying to get him back.
You hear me? And that goes back to knowing your value too, bro. Kanye said, hey, I know what I'm talking. It's that real shit. So at the end of the day, they don't respect it.
Yeah, they think Kanye is crazy when Kanye has a lot of untreated things that he's trying to get through, and nobody, I ain't say nobody, but the right people ain't around him to help him. And even if they are
crazy, bro.
He ain't crazy, bro. But here's the thing about us, and this is like a psychological fact. Every genius, every person that has a sense of genius in them has to be crazy.
Nah, facts.
Because you're going against what's
normal. You know, my daddy said, this is what my daddy said. My daddy said, He said, Kanye a billionaire. He can't be too crazy, man.
Right, yeah. He got some bills.
He got some type of sense, man.
Some bills.
But I mean, but that's it. Like as a culture, that was like the first thing. We already predisposed to just sweep shit under the rug, keep going. Oh, you just saw somebody die today. Doesn't matter, nigga. Get back to work. Like
that shit crazy.
Like, that's really what it is. Like we have over the past. Let's just go all the way back to when Dr. King and them was marching and shit. What? So now that we're in the 2020s, where that's like 70 fucking years ago.
Man.
Not long at all.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all the trauma we seen then, and there were no black mental health professionals. There were nobody willing to talk to black people about mental health. Even when I look at the books that I studied while getting my degrees, a lot of white men controlled the narrative, and they still do to this day, the narrative of what mental health is in terms of psychological disorders or
and it's
mental
not fair,
disorders.
bro. You gotta speak on that.
It's biased as fuck,
But
it's because these books have been written by elderly white men who want to control everybody. Like for instance, with white women, and I can't talk about the plight of white women because I just can't. I'm a black man, obviously.
Man, don't get us canceled on this.
Nah, not at all. But like, so a lot of men used to like send their women to like the nut house or whatever because their women would just be like, nah, I'm not dealing with this shit like you beating my ass.
You say, hey, you ain't submissive.
You're not submissive. No, you're crazy. They were like, oh, she has dementia. No, you're just an asshole. You're just egotistical. You're just a chauvinist and you're an abuser. But because elderly white men at that time were controlling the narrative as they do now.
They homie, hey, he a doctor. He said, hey, my girl tripping,
she's
send her ass to that guy.
She's nutty. Yeah,
he said, you good, bro? Send her there.
Yeah, no, she's there. Get you another one. This one's broken. That's how it was back then, right? And to a degree, that's how it is today. It is in every culture now.
But today's a little different.
It is way different. You can't.
They said give her ass some pills or something.
Back then, what was it? It wasn't Adderall. It wasn't Ritalin.
It was Xanax.
Xanax was huge coming in early mental health. But that's why as a culture, like, you know, going to us now, we didn't have no one to really help us understand this shit.
No, that's real.
And then when we try to start having people talk about, well, mental health and depression, we've had this culture that's been built up off the values and the principles of, nah, you just having a bad day, or nah, you just stop acting like a bitch, or you acting like a female because you showing emotion, or
you get in your head, oh yeah, maybe I am tripping.
That's why you have so many uncles and elderly grandparents that we know that are abusers, that are sexual abusers, that are manipulative as fuck, like, and it's been generations and generations, so it's been passed down and passed down.
You thinking that shit normal, like, oh yeah, you right, big uncle, you right, grandpa,
you right, bitch. You know what, she is tripping. I should go home. I should go home and beat her ass.
Slap her back in place.
After all that stuff, after all that stuff, you feel like that you in the wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
but that's why we have so many different identity crises as black and brown people in this country.
Man.
Because this country was never built for us to survive at all. Like the people who founded this country exterminated a whole culture before they started going crazy.
Right.
Like we forget about the natives that had this land before we had. We forget we got streets named after Native American people. It was just a shooting this weekend.
Yeah.
The Kansas City Chiefs, like the Arrowhead Stadium, like
Indians, who they
talking shit today.
So we have a whole country that's built off of making sure that the mental health, because if you cut off the head, the body will fall.
Right.
You got a whole country that's been built on the backs of keeping the minorities minor. We literally create every fucking thing. Black and brown people are the reason why
we are the culture.
There is no culture without us, and this is everywhere internationally known that anywhere, everywhere, right? How can you prevent us from being, not gonna say the superb or superior, because then you get to talking race war shit, but how can we stop them from knowing their true strength? Oh yeah, fuck their heads up and let them know that the trauma is normal. There's nothing wrong with them. They can't be depressed. They can't be anxious. They can't have PTSD because, well, you're products. That's what you are. You're products. You're the people who are going to produce all this shit. How can we allow you to be human if you have to produce so much shit?
Right.
Because it's a reason why as men, as black men, as boys, we were black men by the time we were 10. By the time we were 10,
honestly, but that responsibility, especially if you ain't got no father in the household, your word automatically off rip, like, hey, you gotta carry
the responsibility, right? And
you can't be like your dad. You gotta carry the responsibility.
We'll go there too, because the worst thing you could tell is black boys and parents. I'm telling you this, parents, whether y'all my age and down, or whether you 40 and up, stop telling your kids, especially your black boys, they just like they fucking fathers if they fathers ain't shit. you are literally destroying their mental, and you're not being productive in their sense of mental health. It is destroying. I used to, whenever my biological mother would be or try to be in my life, and she would tell me that shit, you're just like your goddamn daddy. Well, I watched this nigga beat the shit out of you and me when I was like 3 years old. So you're telling me that that's what I am?
Right. That I can beat ass?
That I can be that. You're telling me that I'm going to be an abuser? That I'm going to be a manipulator?
I'm going to tell you from being a father myself.
Yeah.
You have to speak life into your kids.
Right. Oh my God.
If you doing, like you saying that shit to your kids, bro, don't be surprised if they
start
act
doing
like that.
They sponges, bro. They sponges, bro. We was sponges.
Honestly.
Look at all the shit that we did, bro. I'm about to be 30. I grew up crib. I grew up slanging. I think my first year of college, I was selling. Like, I had to, 'cause I didn't know what else to do. Like, that's just it. I used to, like, to this day, I still carry a gun. I've been having a gun in my possession since I was fucking 9, 10 years old.
That's just being in St. Louis, bro. You gotta.
You know what I'm saying? But like
that's the environment you grow into, though. You know what I'm saying? You have nobody around you say, "Hey, you don't need that gun. You protect it as long as you believe in this. You protect it. You move this way." Nobody tell you that when you growing up. So like you forced to carry that with you.
100%, and that's why our cultures are so prone to just get over shit and go to the next thing because shit, we have to. We got bills, we got kids, we got unhealthy habits that we gonna keep forcing down our throats, and because we're addicted to it, we gonna keep going into this narrative and take all these things that's gonna help us get our mind off shit because we're trying to get our mind off shit. We're not really trying to deal with it.
Nobody want on me.
The hardest shit you can do is face your fucking
you know
demons.
what's messed up is you doing all that shit, you know, but then when you come down, shit, all them problems still there, bro.
Right there, bro.
Ain't shit changed. So
right there.
So I got a question for you then, because of course, you know, you didn't come out the womb with this mindset.
Yeah.
So what sparked you from that mindset of growing up, you know, in that toxic, quote unquote, environment?
Yeah.
And then you went off to school, you grew up, and so one day something had to click in your head and said, I can't keep doing this.
Bro.
So what clicked in your head and said, I can't keep doing this? Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro, when I first met you, bro, I'm gonna age myself a little bit, bro. I had met you in like 2016, bro, when I started going to UCM.
Yeah.
First day I met you, bro, I said, man, it's a positive ass thing. And you gotta be, bro, where we was at and where the town we was at,
You
niggas
had
was
to
not
be.
on that
You
too.
had to
You know what I'm
be.
saying? Niggas was trying to be hard. Niggas from St. Louis trying to be harder than what he was. But J. Todd was a humble, positive guy, bro. To this day, he the same guy when I met him he is now, bro. Just better, honestly, improved. But it's like, on some real shit though. So it's like, I know you ain't always in that mindset though, bro. So what sparked that?
Bro, I mean, shit, from, like I said, from listening to Pac to learning who God was to, like, I've always looked at things as examples. And I never forget, I think it was right around the time my biological grandmother passed away. And I just saw how everybody was responding to this shit. And I was already sad, but my sadness was different. It wasn't because she wasn't there anymore. It's just because I saw everybody else sad.
Right.
Because for some reason, I've always understood death from a way different lens. Like, I don't know what it was, but I've always looked at death as a graduation. Like, I can't look at death. Yeah, I can't look at death as because I used to, when you get in your head, you start to look at death from a very selfish standpoint. So because
why they go away from
why they leave me? And at the time, you know, I was going through such toxic environments where I would always hear the question, well, you know, you don't know shit. Who do you think you are? And then when I heard that question, it like sparked like, damn, who am I? Like, am I just here to be a punching bag for this person, or am I here to like? And I would notice like if I would start like saying something to somebody, it would change. It would change the environment. If I start being a little different in an environment, like think a little different, this shit doesn't feel as bad. It's still bad. It's still fucked up. But like at the time, like I had my little sister to help raise. So it was a whole lot of shit in me that was like, okay, well, if I'm fucked up, she's gonna be fucked up because the person who's supposed to help us is fucked up. Yeah. So I really don't have a choice now but to start doing this, that, and the third. But I can't really say what sparked it. All I know is that God, bro, like knowing or having a sense of what or who God was to me at that time. Because whatever you believe in is cool. I feel like all of us to a degree are wrong. I just did because I mean, who knows? But
we spoke on this last time. There's so many different religions and idealists. Like everybody got their own God and culture or their own higher being. So it's like as long as you agree with something, as
long as you got something you believe in, and you a decent human being, bro. I don't give a fuck what you do. Like just be a good fucking person. But that was it. I just wanted to be a good person. When I realized that like we needed to have a good person, I didn't really understand what good or bad was. I just knew what it felt like. So I always wanted to be somebody that can give a feeling of goodness to somebody. And I think that was a spark because I just didn't have it. I couldn't find it from nobody. So I just took everything that I could and just tried to make the best out of something because I would receive so much fucking bad. And that's why I believe in balance so much. Because at some point I had to add balance to the situation. Like, bro, it was fucked up. Like, I remember my biological mother used to just come in and whoop our ass for no reason at all. Just because she just had a fucked up day. She had a fucked up day. Like she just buried her grandmother and her mama 3 months apart. You know, I think like my little sister biological father was helping at the time. My biological father was helping at the time. So like, and even then, like that nigga, the nigga where I came from gave her so much trauma to where every time she would see me, she would see him. Yeah. So you can beat his ass, or who else you gonna give it to? So at that time, I just like I never forgot. I think it was a time I remember my little sister was crying, and I couldn't get her to stop crying. So I started being funny. I started being funny and singing songs and shit, and she would start singing songs, and that's when it clicked. It was like that's when like it clicked. Like, okay,
I got that energy to change the environment. If I can
give somebody a good moment, I can be good. As I got older, bro, all the trauma I went through, bro, I was the only nigga in the hood that was crippin' with talking about singing, and I was playing sports, and I was talking about artistry. I was talking about, of course, like at the time niggas would call me Pop growing up, so it was like, oh, that's Pop right there. Hey, watch, he about to tell you. Hey, tell us something about Shakespeare. You don't know about Shakespeare? Let me tell you about this. I'm telling about all the dust and dowels and all this other shit. And they're like, bro, what the fuck? This nigga's funny as hell. But you're talented. You gifted. Like, so then.
You got something in you that like, we ain't got over here, bro.
You got it. And that's what it was.
You bring better energy to us than we putting out to the environment.
100%. But then outside of that, I also knew how fucked up I actually was too. Because being in that environment, you gotta do some shit.
Let me ask you this, bro. When did you realize that you was messed up, like mentally?
Oh man,
like for so many people, they hold that shit in for so long. But at what point did you be like, okay, I'm messed up. I need to go get some help. Like,
it's that self-awareness,
man. I think to a certain degree, because of how fast I had to grow up, I was always somewhat self-aware. Even when I was letting myself get into bullshit, like, and here I say let myself, because you have to be accountable for yourself. Like, I think it was like the first time I got into like a really bad fight, and I had my gun on me, and I think I can't remember. I think I was like, I can't remember how young I was, but I just know it was really fucking bad. Like, I don't know how to do this to this day, but I just remember how fucked up it was. And once I got done with everything, niggas is like, pulling me back, make sure I'm good. I'm looking at my hands, I see blood on my hands, I see blood on my shirt. I went and saw my face, and I was like, everything that I don't want to be, everything that I'm trying to get away from, I'm becoming. And granted, at that time, when you're young, you're like, man, it's too late. Like, I'm already here, so fuck it. Like, I didn't have the maturity to be like, okay, I can stop doing this. Like, nah, well, fuck it. If I gotta be this, I'm gonna be this. But I know that, like, as good as I am, I'm also this too. And I feel like when you have these sparks and these moments of clarity, but they come in waves at different times. Just because that was then when I was a kid. It happened again, not because of violence, but I think it was like I was like 14 or 15 when I lost my little brother, my youngest brother at the time. So that's what like clicked, because before he passed, I saw like 2 other people, including my cousin, get killed in front of me. And it bothered me, but it didn't really fuck with me. It was just like, oh, okay, well, this is...
You think that shit normal?
This is normal. Like, it's fucked up. Like, yeah, of course I've had bro brains and blood on me, but like... but it was...
That's traumatic, bro.
But that's the thing. We go through so much trauma to where if you're going through so much of it and you don't know how to deal with it, it's just normal. It's just normal.
You think it's normal.
But then it's like, once I got to like my grandma, she tried to take me in around the time I was like 15 or 16. I was helping her with some medicine or something. I'll never forget it, but she grabbed my hand and she looked at me and she's like, you hurting. Like, you're really hurting. Like, so I see how you run the football. We see how you run track. We see how you, when you go to boxing, we see how you fight and everything. You're really good at these things, but it's coming from a place of pain. It's coming from a place that you are hurting. And I'm going to love you. I'm going to love you through that hurt. I shit y'all not.
That's what you needed.
That woman said that, bro. And I mean... up to that point, I never cried that hard. Now, like, granted, as I got older, hell yeah. But we grown.
Black man cry, man.
Bro, we have nervous breakdowns once a day. Goddamn, we get in the car, man. Fuck.
Don't believe the hype, man. Black man crying.
It happens, bro. And when people try to make this narrative of like, oh nah, black men can't do this, bro. You can do it.
Bro, that shit not soft, bro. That shit real, bro.
The realest.
When you able to actually say like, I'm going through some shit and I'm actually feel it, bro. That's a real nigga, bro. The strong talk about some real nigga shit, bro.
That's the realest shit.
Real nigga shit.
That's the realest shit.
That shit is better than holding that shit in.
Bro, the hardest part, bro, and I tell this to the kids I mentor, to the people I go speak in front of. The bravest thing you can do is to start having this accountability for yourself. The strongest shit you can do is deal with your emotions. Cry, my nigga. Like, just cry, bro.
Let it out, bro.
Let it out. Cry, bro. I'm so real, bro. If you need to cry, I'll fucking cry with you. Like, it is what it is. Like, I will pray with you. I'll meditate with you. I'll send you a book or something. But like, the realest shit I ever did was like tell myself at that time, I am hurt. I am broken. But I refuse to stay here. That's just a choice. As fucked up as it is, as much as we all went through trauma, bro, staying there is a fucking choice. I don't want to stay broken.
You think so?
Hell yeah, it's a choice. Hell yeah, it's a choice because, bro, at the end of the day, like, great, if it's all you know, I get it. But God gives us two things every day outside of the breath in our bodies if we're grateful enough to get it. Chances and choices. If you don't do good with neither one of them, okay, then that's on you. Can't nobody fuck up your chance or your choice. People can tell you no. People can say you're a failure. They can say you this. Okay, so then what choice do you have now? Believe it or not.
Right.
Then what chance are you going to create out of that choice? Because you have a chance to make a choice. And you have a choice to make a change. You see what I mean?
Nah, fact.
So at the end of the day, bro, like, I know it's fucked up because people are like, oh, you dismiss. I'm not dismissing nobody's trauma. I'm not dismissing any of the shit you're dealing with right now. Bro, I'm dealing with depression. I'm always dealing with anxiety. But I have a choice every day. Either I'm going to let this shit win or I'm going to do something to get at it a little bit better. And it's not because you're just so strong. Nah, bro, it's conscious.
So what do you do to deal with your your anxiety or your trauma, past trauma?
Past trauma, I'm gonna tell niggas this, and people gonna think it's me lying or selling something. Go to fucking therapy.
Man.
Hey, that was one of my questions.
Go to therapy, because half the time you either gonna find something groundbreaking or you gonna feel like it's bullshit and you gonna go do something else that's gonna bring you right back to the table.
Nah, therapy crucial, honestly, because you telling niggas that the issues you going through, these niggas really gonna be like, oh yeah, bro, you tripping, or they gonna be like, oh, I can relate. But sometimes you don't need niggas to relate to you, bro. You need that non-biased opinion that says, yes, you're hurt, bro.
Yes.
That's a fucked up situation. And you need somebody to break it down from a third person viewpoint. Yes, so you can actually say, you right, man.
A non-judgmental eye.
Yeah, non-judgmental eye.
Yes, bro, 100%. Bro, I think I first started getting into therapy right after I attempted suicide. Because that wasn't the first time I attempted suicide. That was just the more like severe. Like, so, I mean, real quick, that night, I don't remember what day it was. All I remember is I was drunk as hell. I drank like 3, Douce was my shit. Douce.
If I do say so myself.
You niggas knew where I was going. So, hey, but I had like 3 bottles, bro. Drunk as fuck. I was sad. I was crying. There was so much shit going on. And I wrote a poem because that's just what I do. I just wrote a poem as my letter because I wanted it to be, I know this is going to be tragic as fuck. Everybody gonna be sad. Shit, some people might not give a fuck, but at least you can see who I was in this thing. And I wrote it, and I loaded my gun, and I pulled the trigger. My gun does not have a safety on. None of my guns have safety on. Pull the trigger, and I had one in the chamber. It doesn't happen. So I'm like, what the fuck? I cock it, the bullet fall out. I'm like, what the fuck? So I do it again. Nothing. At that point, I couldn't, my body just froze. The gun dropped. I just fell on my knee. I started crying. Yelling, crying, and by that time, my girlfriend at the time, she came in, she was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, you like, little did you know, you was gonna walk in here and see some other shit.
And she literally just came in, pushed me, grabbed the gun, and I was just crying. All she could do was just hold me, and I was just screaming, crying. After that, I was like, I need to get help. Like, I've always talked about it. I've always wanted to do it. I need to get help. If I don't get help, I'm gonna die. Like, that's literally what it became, a life or death situation. And like, one of my things that I say all the time, because me and one of my friends, we say this all the time. Like, niggas be like, how you doing? Shit, I'm fighting for my goddamn life. And that's what it came down to. Like, I was fighting for my life, bro. I didn't realize how much I was drinking to submerge and distract me from the fact that, like, bro, I'm actually hurting. There's a lot of trauma I've been exposed to recently. There's a lot of shit I was going, a lot of pressure I felt. And the drinking just like, people don't understand drinking really be bringing out the worst of you because that's the shit you burying.
I know that from not for me personally, but somebody I know.
Yeah.
The truth come out when you be drinking.
Bro,
like, how you,
what they say, a drunk mind reveals sober thoughts.
Yeah, like what you really feel come out when you get drunk.
Because you inebriated, your inhibitions is let down. All of the things that you think about in terms of hurting somebody's feelings or you might be doing the wrong thing. When you drunk, you don't give a fuck. When you get, it's certain levels of drunk that like are good. So you got the buzz.
Oh, me the little buzz.
That like you cool. Then you got tipsy where it's like okay, the music is cool, everything a little funny. Then you got lit where everything's fucking hilarious, having a good time. You might rub on.
You a little buzz. You like, hey,
I'm good. Everything is good to go. Then you got drunk where shit can go anywhere. It can go left, it can go right, but you know, like, man, hey, bro. And that's when you start. That's when you drunk. That's when you start telling me, like, hey, bro, I'm fucked up.
You start, hey, you my nigga.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I love you, bro.
You my nigga. You my nigga.
I love you, bro.
All that shit come out, but that's the thing though. It's like, why can't we say that shit be sober? Like, you my nigga, bro. I respect you as a man. You helped me through some shit. You my nigga. But it's like you gotta be inebriated to say that shit.
But that's when you drunk. Then when you fucked up, that's when shit just goes. That's when you go. That's when shit go.
And that motherfucker just look at me. You be ready to fight or something.
Back to that, bro. Let me just say.
Hey, bro. Hey.
Right.
You know we used to be on back and forth,
bro. In the party strolling, and nigga bump you too hard. Hey, nigga, what's up? You turn around, niggas just trying to break my behind strolling.
I'm like,
used to be on that shit.
I look up, I'm like, hey.
In hindsight,
I would tell niggas, that's how I knew I was drunk, when I knew exactly what I would niggas like, hey, bro, you might want to get your girl. You might want to get your girl, and y'all might want to head to the exit, bro. It's about to get real bad. Nah, bro, don't be on that too late. It ain't nothing you can tell me. I've been looking at this nigga all night. Pause.
Look, niggas staring a little too hard.
And that's the shit that be killing me, bro. For like triggers and shit. Staring too hard can get you killed.
That shit real though, bro. It's like, you know, I heard some shit though. They said the fact that whenever somebody stares at you and you get upset, for example, a nigga that's like, bro, a hood. Well, I ain't gonna qualify him as a hood nigga, but any nigga in general is like, why you staring at me like that, bro? It's because you deep down internally got some shit in you. You think that nigga's realizing about you. Exactly. You think that, that nigga knows I'm insecure. Why the fuck you looking at me? You know I'm insecure. Or you know I'm on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's a traumatic response.
So you saw me get beat on when I was a kid, huh? Like
right, type shit. You think like this nigga knows what I'm thinking right now. You getting upset, like, bro, stop looking at me. You know what I'm thinking. The whole time this nigga might be looking at you like, you look familiar.
Oh yeah.
Or he looking at you like, bro, this nigga hold himself as a man, bro. I wonder how I could be like, you don't even know what this nigga thinking.
I done had too many niggas from like UCM, even when we was there, bro, came up to me on some like, hey, bro, I was about to say, bro, like, this shit, if it wasn't you, this whole situation could have went left. I was like, I know.
Fact, man, I ain't gonna be, bro, you saved me some shit, man. This some real shit, bro. I went through some shit in college, bro. Senior year, bro.
I remember.
I went through some shit, and Todd, bro, he used to send me these positive messages. At the time, bro, I was going through the shit I was going through, so I'm thinking like, bro, why the fuck this nigga Cobb text me this positive shit? He know I'm going through some shit right now, bro. Some traumatic shit to an extent. And it's like, in hindsight, it's like, cause Todd was the only nigga who knew, like, bro, you going through some shit, you probably don't realize that shit you going through, bro. I ain't never thank you for that shit, bro. I really appreciate it. It's real shit, bro.
I appreciate you,
I still got the messages, my brother, cause it's like, bro, that shit helped me, cause I'm thinking like, man, this nigga Todd sending all this positive shit. I don't even want to go out my fucking apartment, cause I already know motherfuckers on campus will be like, oh, this nigga Tim doing this, this nigga Tim doing that. But Todd, I feel like you had that intuition to know, like, man, this not that nigga Tim, bro. He just got in a bad predicament. And that's not that nigga, bro.
That goes to show you, bro. You here for a reason, bro.
Facts, bro.
You know, let me be the first to say that I'm happy you still here, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, and God blocked that for a reason. You got a bigger purpose in your life, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
y'all don't understand how much y'all talking to me and helping me.
Man,
you feel me? Like that's what this shit is.
God not done with you yet, bro.
100%.
You still got some work to do, bro.
100%, bro. The job's not. That's the
job's not finished.
Job's not
finished. My boy, R.I.P. Kobe. That job's not done,
bro. When he left, bro, I cried so hard, bro. When Kobe died, bro. I did. I was in the tears. I was like, what?
I couldn't believe that.
That shit was crazy. I ain't believe it, bro. I'm like,
bro, Kobe? Bro, you remember Peyton? Hooper. Yeah. So she was actually checking on me at the time because I was going through a lot of depressive shit. And we was I think we just watched a church sermon and we was reading some type of scripture and I got a text message and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And it was Jessica texting me from her job. And I was like,
you like, nah.
I was like, nah,
right? Ain't no way.
Nah, I was like, ain't no way. I turned on. I'm like, bro, what? So this how fucked up the world is today. I went to Twitter. So I'm like, this shit on Twitter, it gotta be real. It gotta be real.
You know what's crazy?
Like Twitter, man.
I should go to the shade room, bro. I go to the shade room.
You gotta believe
If they ain't no shade room, I don't believe
it might be. But that's so she went to the shade room. I'm in Twitter. I'm seeing people say, nah, Kobe. I'm like, nah. And what's fucked up is we knew about Kobe being dead before his own wife did.
That's what's fucked up, bro. And that's the age we live in.
That's the age we live in, bro.
Motherfuckers will spill some information just to say, I got it out there.
I got it out there. It's a mental disorder. It's the spotlight effect, bro. But yeah, bro. Like oh man. But nah, bro. But that's why we here, bro. Like it's to exchange information. Like that's the burden of knowledge, bro. That is the purpose of learning shit, going through shit. All the shit that I went through 3, 4, 5 years prior to meeting you is how I was able to give you that
name. Facts, bro, because you really helped me out, bro. It's real ass shit, bro.
But the shit that we giving each other now, the shit that we giving people right now, right. If we wouldn't have went through the shit we went through 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we wouldn't be able to talk.
Exactly. Nah, really, that's another thing, bro. Like you was saying, bro, 21-year-old Tim will probably look at me and be laughing.
What the fuck these niggas talking about?
Right here?
Like,
but that's called growth and evolution, bro. I had to do some self-evaluation and say, nah, I'm not that nigga. I made mistakes and I owned up to them, but now how can I improve from the mistakes? And I feel as if you did the same shit, bro. Yeah. You really said, I've been through some shit. What caused me to be in that position, and now I can learn from it.
What could I tell myself in this situation? Yeah, 100%, bro. And even with you, bro, like how we was talking about, like how it be people who, like, you know, you say like you're Christian, like, you know, we all identify as Christians or whatever, like. Everybody identifies or whatever, and then they have their own belief. Like we know, like one of the things we say as Christian is God is our personal Lord and Savior. Right. Mentally, we don't understand how much we're talking some shit. He's our personal Lord and Savior. So what God is to me can be a completely different person to you because of our personalities and our characteristics. But it's crazy how you say that, bro, because a lot of people don't understand it. Like in general, like God is just love. God is perfect timing. God is the sense of evolution for us to grow and to be good to the next person and the next person. So I appreciate you, bro. Like being that, and like y'all having this space, keep this shit up. Don't let nobody get in y'all head. Don't let the views get to you, bro. You stay consistent. The algorithm is gonna algorithm. Like that's just, and I hate that shit because as a musician, as a podcast host of my own shit, as a mentor, all the shit that I am, bro. I hate how social media, especially TikTok. And then the way the algorithm on Instagram is now, it's just ass. Like, I don't know what they did, but they just fucked it up.
They took away that monetization, man.
And the crazy part is, though, like, the money gonna come.
Like, when you doing something genuine, bro, you're not chasing the money, you chasing, like, quality of life. You know what I'm saying? So people gonna respect that at the end of the day, bro.
I wanna go back to therapy a little bit, bro. So, you know, a lot of times in a family, you know, it's people like, you might go through that trauma within your family or whatever, and you get hit with that, hey, don't tell my business or don't tell nobody this, you know what I'm saying? Do you think that's caused people from not going to therapy? You know, so they don't want to, like, what, basically what I'm trying to say, why do you think people don't want to go to therapy?
I mean, shit, a shit ton of reasons. Insecurities, you're scared about what it's going to mean for you and your family. Ignorance is bliss. Mm-hmm. So when you start getting taught about some shit that you was like ignorantly living, abiding by, it can change your whole reality. When you start to learn some shit about yourself that you never wanted to admit to, like, oh damn, this person did touch me when I was a kid. Like this person did fuck with me when I was like, but this person's always been in my life. They wanted the best for me. So how can this? I don't want to look. It's a slew of reasons, especially when it comes to family, especially in the black and brown households. It's like you don't. Swept under the fucking rug, bro. Like that's like, bro. I'm so real when it comes to that shit. Like don't invite me to a Thanksgiving to have a fucking family. Like don't.
You nigga out there like, what's it you?
Cause I'm like, bro. So why are you here? Cause didn't you touch kids? Didn't you try to touch her? Oh, where's your wife at? The same place where your husband is at, in jail. Like don't invite me to no shit if I know some real shit about it. Cause it ain't the fact that I'm gonna just run my mouth, but I am not
like
going
that
to
goes
be
back to accountability, bro. 100%. People don't want to be held accountable, bro.
We all gotta be the villains in somebody's story, bro. We was talking about it earlier. Everybody wants to be a fucking
Everybody want to be a hero.
The best hero knows that they're the villain in somebody's story. I know
that's why people love the Joker more than the Batman to an extent.
Yeah.
But at the same time, no, real shit. But at the same time, Batman can't thrive without the Joker.
Joker was a real.
Think about it, bro. The Batman wouldn't be shit. He'd be fighting regular ass thugs on the street.
The Batman
eventually, them niggas gonna get scared of him. But the Joker said, "Hey, bro, I ain't worried about you."
The Batman is a villain himself. He's just a villain that people love to love on.
Nah, facts. He out here whooping people ass.
I have parent issues. I miss my dad.
Right, he talking about, hey, I'm scared of bats, so let me become a bat.
Right, like, I'm abandoned. I've never healed from my PTSD. Let me create more in other people. Like that's Batman.
I want to ask you this. So, in your own definition, what is mental health to you?
Oh man, y'all asked the question I ask everybody, bro. It's the same definition I give on my show to anybody else. Mental health is the way you process things.
Okay.
It's the way you process things. There is no, I can't put a label to it. I can't put it as a definition. It's just how mentally do you process things. And processing is the information that you get and how it makes sense to you, whether it's in your mind, whether it's your emotions, whether it starts to translate into your physical attributes, whether it translates into your actions, how you perform things. Mental health is how you process things. Mm-hmm. How you, because it goes into how you can handle receiving such information, how you can deal with grieving, how you can deal with finding out some shit that really wasn't there, how you can deal with lying, because like it's how you can deal with eating. Like a lot of us, our mental health is everything. That's the definition. It's how you process everything. That's the best definition I can give, because it goes amongst all realms of life. How you can process trauma, how you can process healing, how you can process breakups, how you can process being successful, because self-sabotage comes into play, especially with brown and black cultures. We don't know how to be successful a lot of times because we didn't. Either A, we didn't see it was possible, or B, we let shit get to our fucking heads and
that ego take over.
I'm telling you. So, you know, that's to me, that's what mental health is how you process things emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, psychologically, all of that. All of that.
How should someone deal with, so if you know somebody is going through a mental health issue or something, how should someone else deal with that? Because, you know, that shit can come on to the other person, you know what I'm saying? So how should the next person deal with it? Like, especially if you're in like a friendship or relationship, and you see that person over there is hurting, how should you react to it? Like, what is it that person can do to, I guess, be there for them, or just be there, like, help themselves, you know what I mean?
The biggest thing is, first thing I tell people is stop looking at it like you got to deal with it, because the language there, the English language is the most malleable, manipulative language on the face of the planet, because we're the only language where we could tell people something that means something else. So I could tell somebody, hey, you know what, bro, God bless you. But in reality, I'm saying, bro, go fuck yourself.
Not facts.
Right? But if you
I don't want to deal with you. God bless you.
God bless you, bro. You know what? You got it. Like in reality, like them having it, they ain't really got it. We just trying not to whoop their ass. Like just like bro, you good?
Yeah, oh, hey, I saw that shit.
No,
you good?
Hey,
like 30 different meanings, bro.
You good? You know what I'm saying? So language is everything. So the language that you use with people, that's number one. Like, how are you actually speaking to them? Are you speaking to them or at them?
Right.
Because that's two different things. You know, you got children, you got a wife. Mm-hmm. How you talk to them can read a whole lot of possibilities for you in terms of dad and husband, right? Like, even with you and your child, how I talk to my son versus how I talk at.
They on me. I gotta uplift them.
You have to uplift them.
I can't come home with my sad shit or my upset shit.
Yeah,
he ain't worried about that.
He ain't worried about that. He's just being a fucking kid. Dad, oh my God, what the fuck is up?
Give me some chicken nuggets. Yeah. Hug me,
pick me up.
Yeah, you know?
You had a bad day? Doesn't matter. I'm here now. Come on.
Right.
But like, that's just it, bro. Like, when we talk about helping people and being there, we can't say deal with, because then how do we feel when somebody feel like, I gotta deal with bro this shit. I gotta deal with this nigga. So it's not dealing with it. It's number one. Number two, you have to be honest about like if you can actually handle what is with that person. Even if you don't know, you have to be prepared for the unknown. Make sure your energy is somewhat good, because a lot of times when we're trying to help people, because mental health, as much as people don't look at it, mental health is a contagious factor. Like having a mental illness is contagious. Depression is contagious. Anxiety is contagious. I could be anxious as fuck and then create anxiety in y'all. I'm like, damn, what's wrong with you?
I can't sit still.
Why is he visual?
He keep moving around. I'm
about to start moving around now.
What's happening?
Yeah, bro. So like, that's just, you have to understand that energy. You have to check your energy at all times when dealing with people. Because I can see how I'm saying dealing with, right? language. You have to be aware of that. You have to check your energy at every given point when you're giving somebody any of you, because that shit is transferable.
Hey, this nigga get phone calls in the middle of the show.
Message. Man, make sure I ain't getting no message. Yep, up.
You all good, bro.
But nah, it's just, so yeah, that's it, like energy. So you gotta look at the language and how you talk to people. Just because you don't know what you can say and how it can trigger somebody, it can make the shit you give somebody, oh my God, like anything that you give anyone, they can take and they can run with it. Especially in the social media age, you can go to somebody's page and comment something uplifting, and somebody down there is gonna make what you said a problem.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
you
yeah,
take that shit personal,
and you like that's why I don't ever really believe in going to somebody's shit and talking shit to them in the comments, unless it's like, you know, sports shit, because you know it's sports, or like if it's like Jacquees, because
statistics don't lie, nigga.
Or unless it's like Jacquees, because I really don't think he can sing.
Hey,
That's what
the king of R&B.
Hey,
the king of R&B.
Just have
Don't
that
get me triggered,
conversation with
bro.
R&B.
Because as a singer, that is offensive. I know rats that can sing better. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna diss you, bro.
No offense to Jacquees, man. We might have you on this dish one day.
Hey, bro. Hey, here's the thing about it, bro. Do you, my nigga?
Hey, y'all know who the real king of R&B is.
Oh, here we go.
Which one?
Don't say it.
I'ma say it.
We gonna say it.
He gonna get canceled.
I ain't gonna say it.
Nah, say it, bro.
Say it. I already
You gonna
know
say
what
He
Chris
said,
Brown.
no.
Michael Jackson?
No.
Who? If it ain't them two
He
niggas.
said I'm gonna get canceled, so
Nah, say it. I
say
wanna
it.
know now. I'm curious.
Don't cancel this man, because half the country agree with
Hey,
you too.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say this.
Say it.
I'm gonna say, separate the man from the music.
And that's when you know exactly what it is.
I already know. Richard Kelly. Richard Kelly, man.
Robert. Roberto.
Robert Kelly.
The king of the prison talent show. He's killing it in
They
there.
say he sold out.
Bro, literally dropped an album freshly in prison.
Bro, they say he just did a concert in them
Right.
Of course he did.
They said,
What else is he gonna do? What else is he gonna do in there?
I need some commissions, baby. Give me get them, man. Let me get them.
Yeah, make sure y'all put all the honey buns.
I see the honey bun cigarettes.
Whoa! Wait, step over there. Make sure you, hey, nigga, your phone time. I need that tomorrow. This nigga is singing sweet nothings.
So it's two more things I got. I don't know, Tim got some more.
no,
There's
for
two
sure.
more things I got. For one, you know, he been through a lot of trauma, bro. And you know, like I said before, I'm happy you still here with us and everything, bro. So I want to ask you, like, how are you doing now mentally?
How am I doing now mentally? Shit. Hey, bro, we all going through it, bro. Shit.
We is, bro.
Life be life.
I'm fighting for my
Hey,
goddamn life.
I'm finna steal that shit.
Like, bro,
I'm fighting for my. They gonna be like,
what's your
that guy? Yeah, I'm fighting for my goddamn life.
Fighting for my life. Fighting for my life. I was getting out the car, bro. I had leg day the other day. I was fighting for my life getting out the car.
Speaking of that, I remember that interview that Robert did when he was like, I'm fighting for my life.
And now he's referencing R. Kelly. He's gonna reference R. Kelly again. Hey, bro. I need y'all to make it to season 2, bro. I do not agree. Well, right now, but now, bro, like that's just, I'm fighting for. I think right now I'm in a sense of I'm in a state of grief. I'm still grieving with a lot of things. I'm still grieving a lot of my bro Vine.
R.I.P. Vine.
Yeah, R.I.P. Vine, man. My brother, love him to death. My other best friend, he just left for Germany, and this is my first time being in St. Louis without neither one of them. So it's like weird. I'm in this weird space of like.
How you was just
kind of isolated.
Yeah, like
my brothers around.
Yeah, it's like I got so many good people here. I got people who love me here, but it's just off. It just feels
ain't the
like
same
these ain't
people.
Like, like I talk to these dudes every day. So you know, and I'm proud to tell you good. He's in Germany. What's it called? Schwarzbach Hall. So I can't even say.
Like Boy Joy, man. That's what's up.
Hey, man.
Shout out to you, brother.
The Unicorns, man. He going crazy. He about to break some more records over. He about to bring back another ring. I think he got 2 rings from Germany already.
Damn, for real.
That man,
he's overseas going crazy.
Bro, he's one of the best cornerbacks I've ever seen in my life. Y'all pick him up stateside, y'all stupid. But even outside of that, you know, I'm a business owner, I'm a creator, and I have music and this, that, and the third coming out. I have a lot of different moving pieces in terms of like money and shit like that. So I am in the sense of like, I'm not gonna say stress, but it is a lot of pressure that I'm dealing with. I'm handling it fairly well. I just know that when I get to this grind mode, as we all do, I start to isolate myself and I start to like, I still give what I can, but I'm just so focused on all this other shit to where then it starts to become stressful, then it starts to become anxious and depressing. So I'm right now, I'm just in a vital state of just existing while giving what I can. Because while I'm trusting the process, I'm also trusting God. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's weird you say that because I would say that I'm stressed right now.
Yeah.
Everything that you were saying is what I told myself I have to do. Cause like, I was just telling him like, hey, bro, you know, I'm in the house this whole summer. Like I don't plan on going out. I feel like I'm dealing with so much right now that I feel like that's the only way that I feel like okay, I'm gonna get back on track. I'm gonna get to where I need to be because like. You know, I do have a lot of people dependent on me, and you know, I am going through a lot. So I feel like, man, maybe I need to just chill out, stay in the house, and isolate myself for a minute.
And with isolation, isolation can be dangerous because that's when depression can creep in, and then you start to feel like, well, don't nobody love me, ain't nobody here for me. When in reality, because naturally as black people, we do this thing where it's just me here. The struggle is not exclusive to none of us. We all gonna grow through damn near the same exact shit, just in different times and in different wavelengths. So, you know, surround yourself with people who love you and care for you. I had to get uplifted today. Like, not because I was down, but it's just like, damn, like, I really got this much to do. And I had to get told, like, hey, you're doing the right shit. Like, you're just in your head because you got all this other shit. No matter how successful we are, bro, it's billionaires that be killing themselves, millionaires be killing themselves because they think that, like, granted, I'm not dumb at all. I would never say, I know money is the root to all evil, but I feel like that's just if it's, you know, connected and attached to evil people. But let's be very fucking clear here. I love money. I need money. Not because of I want to fulfill all these dreams and destinies I have, but I want to make sure that my parents is cool, my granny, my mama's cool. I want to make sure my family's cool. I want to make sure that when I have kids and grandkids, they ain't got to worry about the shit that I've been worried about all my fucking life. I want financial freedom for the next generation. Now, granted, does that mean that I don't want another Charger and a nice house to have for my home?
That too.
Bro, money can't buy you happiness. Yes, the fuck it can.
If I'm moving this new Porsche, I'm going to be
pretty fucking happy. I just hope that my soul matches what I'm wearing. I hope my soul and my mind and my mental health matches the joy that I'm having in these things because these things can be taken away. You saw Franklin Saint was more happy with being poor. You see what I'm saying? I'm free.
And he had nothing at the end.
Had nothing. He accepted his fate. And I don't want the fate of being a poor man. We're never poor. We're never broke. We just not at where we want to be at. So with isolation, bro, just be careful with that because naturally, as men, especially as black men, we do this thing with, it's just me here. I got it. Yeah, you got it, but you have other people around you that want to help you have it too. My biggest thing with people is I hate the questions of how you gonna make this happen or why'd you do this, when is it gonna happen, and nobody asks you how they can actually help. What they can actually do to make this easier and help you get this done more efficiently. So surround yourself with people like that. Call your bro. You got me locked in. You getting there? Hey, bro. All right, bro. We about to go get some food. Like just small tokens of appreciation for yourself, bro. Because you matter. Just because you a husband, you a father, but like you are the head of the household. You are the foundation. That shit has to be strong. The pressure of that is always going to be there. So stop thinking about it. Do what you can. Do what you know is right. You gon' fuck up. Let God lead you. You know what I mean? Let your spirit talk to you. Let your gut speak. Lean on your partner. Lean on your kids to be good children. And that's it, bro. Don't isolate yourself, though, bro. You got people here. And that's for everybody. When it's time to lock in, lock in on your task, your individual and unique set task, on your purpose of life. Lock in on that. Know that it's only you that's gonna actually get this shit done. But allow others to help you. Allow others to believe in you. You know what I'm saying? You know how to discern that shit. As you get older and as you let God lead it, as you let the universe bring things to you, as you manifest and speak good things out there, it draws it to you. You know bullshit when you see bullshit. You know fake people when you see fake people. Don't allow that shit to get to you when you know that this person ain't really good for you. Like, for instance, if you got people around you who only make you laugh, like all they ever do is just make you laugh, they probably need to be in your life.
Like some comedians, you don't need them in your life.
I can go watch DC Young Fly or Richard Pryor or Eddie Murphy if I want to. If I want niggas that's gonna make me laugh, because I don't know these men personally. Do I think they're probably great men? Probably. But for me, the purpose that they serve is making me laugh. All my homeboys, yeah, we funny as hell. Make me laugh. But like also let's talk about building this business. Let's talk about the fact that I ain't heard from you in 3 days, bro. What's going on with you? Let's talk about the fact that, oh, you just had a kid, bro. Congratulations. What can we do as a tribe? You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's talk about this business plan. Let's talk about, oh, you have problems with a girl? All right, so look, this is the advice I can give you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do that versus it's just me. It's me. It's just me. It's just me. Like, yeah, it's gonna always be you against the world because you have your own world that you have to be for. But you know, lean on God, lean on your people, lean on your tribe. You know what I mean?
You gotta get up out of here. Man. So this mental health awareness month, I just want to ask you, I want you to leave somebody a message that might be going through something.
Man, okay.
So.
Oh man, so if you were listening to this, if you were in the sound of my voice, if you have a breath in your lungs and a beat in your heart, I need you to understand that if you could just keep going for one more day, just one. Don't worry about 5 years from now, because that's gonna look different. Don't worry about Saturday or 3 days from now. If you could just get through this one moment, one more time, one more day, you're gonna see something small. I can't tell you what it is. I can't even guarantee when you're gonna see it, but it's gonna give you some type of reassurance that like you being here matters. And take the time to heal. If you need time to heal, take that time. Don't be caught up in the choices of staying broken because we all go through things. It's not dismissing what you're going through, but you don't have to choose to be there. There are better things out here for you. There are better people out here for you. People love you. People adore you. Lean on that. And if you have something that you want to do, a dream, a goal, do that shit. Write it down, make a plan, do that shit. Everybody know my slogan for J Todd Talks, for my workshops, and forever is do the best you can. If you feel like there's nothing else you can do the best you can. Don't try, do. That's what I got.
That's real spill, man. That's real spill, man.
We appreciate you.
But before we let you go, man, not only is you a motivational speaker, as we just saw and listened, you actually is, like you said, a creator.
Bro.
You a musician.
Hey, listen
you
here.
an artist, bro. You a lot. So plug in some
y'all follow
motivation,
me
bro.
everywhere. Y'all follow me on Instagram at JAY_TODD2626. You got the link in my bio. It has all my music. I have a song that's out right now called Therapy Sessions with my bro Danny Hayden. Shout out to Danny Hayden, PM Batum and Rich, my whole team in LA. They're doing crazy things right now. Shout out to all my people in St. Louis, all my people in Kansas City. Hey man, look, Missouri, we on the map. I had an episode of I have an episode of J Todd Talks coming out tomorrow. I did the live stream yesterday, but the episode will be out tomorrow. It's titled "What Would You Do to Survive?" That's a tattoo. We're talking about mental health month, mental health awareness. But man, look, book me to come to your organization, your school, your event, whatever. Book me to come speak or do a presentation, or even if it's just to get up on stage and say a couple of loving things to your people. Book me. Email me at jaytodd26@gmail.com or jtoddtalks@gmail.com. I should have led with that one. But email me, DM me on Instagram, get at me. You can get all my shit there, all my content there, music, the podcast, speaking engagements, the whole nine. My YouTube, y'all see all this shit in the link. Follow me, tap in, and then also stay tuned because I'm gonna have an episode with these two cats on there. We gonna keep this positivity going, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. Keep this shit up. I appreciate y'all.
No, we definitely appreciate you coming out, bro. I feel like this is definitely going back to full circle from what you said from the beginning. This is a really important episode with it being mental health or month of wellness. So really just want to spread the knowledge and the love that you're not alone with what you're going through, bro. We all going through it. We just want to get this positive message from a great brother right here, man.
Hey, look, God is amazing. God is amazing. I can't, as much as y'all see this, I get all the accolades, whatever. Hey, man, it don't mean nothing if it wasn't for God's grace, man. Like, that's just it. God is amazing. I'm just a vessel. So,
that's it, man.
I appreciate y'all boys, man.
We appreciate you, my boy.
Yeah, man. Look at another episode.
Hey, tap in.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
Y'all be smooth.